Boston-based artists Jamal Eversley and Jennifer Jean Okamura joined us to talk about how emerging artists can find venues for their work. One of the first crucial steps in the process is learning about your local gallery community and then becoming a visible member of it.
So tell us about that, and what are venues looking for? How do we have their jobs easier in a way?
Have any of you guys reached out to venues?
Shake hands.
Has it been a good experience? Has it been an interest? Everyone's got their stories. So I'll share a little bit here, but I'd love to hear you guys' stories too.
Yeah. In my case, the way I approach life, you just said it's like dating, it's like friends. We can't be real friends off the bat unless we're like two peas in a pod, soulmates. It takes time. Mm-hmm. Same thing with the galleries. Jenny would probably can speak more on this, but with the galleries, let's say in Soaka, this is where we are. If you want to try to get your artwork into the Soaka galleries, every first Friday, you gotta show up.
Show this beautiful thing.
And come along with another beautiful things. Tag team. I have a dear friend. I always tell him, you want to get your art seen, you have to be outside. You have to be outside all the time. I blushed when you read my bio a little bit. I'm in like 4 things right now. I'm always outside. I don't sleep. A little bit. Yeah. A little bit. I'm a Paris, let's meet my son. But it's about cultivating, Jenny's been saying it for the past 10 minutes or so, like it's about cultivating relationships. This gallery sees you all the time at First Fridays, at all the openings, at all the talks. So you scope out the work. Does my artwork fit this gallery? Maybe it does, okay? At one point, you guys are gonna build this friendship. You guys are gonna look like your friends. You are friends. You help them out when they need help. And then it could be that one time where, hey, Jamal, Jenny, there's this group show about play. Yeah, your artwork's kind of playful. You wanna be in it? That's how it happens. Or,
Someone bails.
Someone bails. We're in the art world.
We need a show now.
We're in the art world. Someone bails. Jamal, can you guys show up here like next week? And you gotta be ready. You have to be ready. Oh, sure. That's how it happens. That's how it happens. I'll say one.
Be involved. Once you get to know people in your city's arts community, opportunities will arise for you to present yourself and your artistic vision. In this clip, Jamal describes how being prepared with photos of his works on his phone helped him connect with a gallery owner. And he and Jenny discuss the need for a fun lifestyle pitch that helps you tell your own story.
I was asked by a gallerist, Christine O'Donnell, around 2019, she asked me, Jamal, what is your art about? I told her the story that I just told you. She wanted to see some of my work. I had it ready on my phone. So it was like a succinct elevator pitch. What was it? What did you call it the other day? Lifestyle pitch?
It's a lifestyle pitch. It's not an elevator pitch. You have to be on all the time. It's an artist.
I'm from business school. We call it elevator pitch, but I like that. As an artist, a lifestyle pitch, you have to have your pitch down really cold, just like that.
Because then it could be fun. Because
Yeah.
you got to keep things fun. It can't be so business that you're almost like a robot talking to somebody.
Right.
Because you want to at least engage with them.
Yeah.
You want to have some connection, and maybe they're looking at you and you're talking, and they're like, "Yeah, I can care less what you're saying." But if you relate to them in a different way, then Yeah, then you can continue with your pitch, but then wrap up, so.
Short and succinct, 60 seconds.
Yeah, and what I'm hearing here is the assumption is that, yes, you have to be able to be willing to be vulnerable, put yourself out there, and finding a way that's comfortable. So whether you call it an elevator pitch, call it a lifestyle pitch, you need a way that you can bridge from solo to community,
To
right?
community. And be proud of your story. I'm telling you my story. I've been telling everyone my story for the past 14 years now. And I'm just bettering how to tell my story, but it's my story. Everyone here has their own story, and that means that we can all relate to each other. So back to Christine O'Donnell, who had the gallery in SOA.
It worked, and Jamal got his first big show through Christine O'Donnell, owner of Beacon Gallery and now head of the Show Up Community Art Space. But as he savored the feeling, Jamal started thinking about a slightly different approach to bringing people together.
This is the pinnacle to be a Boston artist. You know, a show in SOA, I've landed on the moon. It's at that point in time, this is the ending of 2019, that I'm really thinking about the theater and an ensemble and bringing people together. How do you bring more people together? I've seen the magic that it created with the Bold and Beautiful with the teens. So I decided to turn that solo show into a group show with my friends, real friends. There's so many artists that I support, but there's a couple at that point in time that we were hanging out all the time. So I called a friend of mine and said, hey, do you want to collaborate on an art piece together? He didn't turn me down, so let's do it. And that's how Real Friends came about. So 2020, the show was in 2020. We all know what happened in 2020. But the power of us having all hands on deck at that point in time really elevated that show. We were all serious about it. And that's why that show was a success. It was in the Boston Globe and everything.
Yeah, I remember that. And it was more than just you, but you were elevated because everyone was elevated.
Everyone, yeah. The whole thing was, okay, I could be successful on my own, but what if we have a team together being successful? How much more successful can this be?
At this point, someone in the audience asked a great question. How can you both collaborate and do the important work of building your own personal brand?
Right there. I would say for the first 5 years of my art journey, 2010 to 2015, I was really working, I was outside always, but in my studio, working on myself, working on the pitch, building that. When it comes to collaboration, you do sculptural work. You also do 2D work. Is it mostly sculpture? Mostly sculpture. Okay. I know that you're also a very popular person, right? You have,
She's like in shock. Just go.
You're cool and popular to me. You have a friend now that you can collaborate. 2D artists. They have the walls. You have the sculptures. Now you're tapping into two different markets. That's where the collaboration for the time being can play the roles. I wanted to bring back a little bit, because I know, like I said, Jenny's more of the commercial, and I've done more of the nonprofits and the libraries. I find it imperative, and Jenny, please speak on this, and Will, Andrew, if you guys have differences, I would love to hear them. At least for the emerging artists, I would say. It's best to get seen in any venue that you can. Be it the library, be it nonprofit centers, When JP Licks was first starting out, I was in every single JP Licks there was. It was like it was a pride, a stamp of pride for me to be at JP Licks.
Yeah.
Plus I got free ice cream.
Mine was Cambridge Commons.
Cambridge Commons.
I walked in and the guy was like, he goes, okay, I need bright colors, nothing that's gonna make someone throw up when they eat. And I was like, wow, I can do that, okay. that was like, what he said to me before I started grad. So he was like.
So to say, we're really big on collaboration because we've seen the power of what it can produce. Okay. I just hope that everyone takes away that we're in this together. Sometimes I may see out in the art world individuals who say it's just about me. What can I get from you? And then never hear from them again. But that comes back around, especially, and we'll talk about this, in the Boston art scene. The more that we are holding each other's hands, the more that we're walking in strides together, the more success is going to come to each and every one of us.